Destruction is the best. Yeet. 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 It's not about the build, it's about the destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus.
Abjuranax has redeemed first.
Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Oh, this is looking good. Yeet. Yeet. Yeet.
Oceanic Sloom is here.
Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet.
Skinjaya Sano is here.
Yeetus deletus. Destruction. Destruction is the best. Yeet. I can hold this mouse better than anyone could hold this mouse. Mainly because I wouldn't allow them into my house to hold this mouse. But nonetheless, destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet. Yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeah. I make great background music. Wait, I'm music? Yeah. I'm music. We'll go with that. Ash Rain music, bro. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. How are you doing today, my dudes? Oh, the camera is in a little bit of a funky spot. Is it lower than? Yeah, it's... Does that seem more normal? I had to adjust my camera to record something from a specific POV earlier. So it's not exactly where I expect it to be. That looks good enough though, right? Let me beat you down just a tad. I don't know. I'll quit worrying about it. Welcome in, everybody. It's a Tuesday, I think, right? I think I know what day it is. Do I know? Do you know, chat? GG, Abjurax streaming first. Welcome in, Ocean and Mrs. Ken. I hope you guys are ready to dig a hole. We're going to get into the hardcore world here in a second. But first, I want to tell you that I updated the Colonel Kingdom SMP today to 26.1.2. So it's running on the latest and greatest
massive
version of the Minecrafts. So if you are a member on the Red site or a subscriber on any other platform, you can join the Colonel Kingdom SMP. All you got to do is hop into the Discord to get whitelisted. There's instructions there. Speaking of being subscribed, Brent, thank you for that Prime sub for 27 months, dude. That's like a lot of months. Whoa. Voxy was looking weird there. I did actually try to put Voxy on the Colonel Kingdom SMP. I added one of the various server-side Voxy plugins that exists, and the plugin was working, but it wasn't showing me chunks from further away. So I don't know what was up with that. Like I don't know if you have to also have that specific mod, like client side as well. I'm not sure. Not my problem right now, though. I'll fix that tomorrow, maybe. All right, we got everything taken care of here. Let's go repair some tools, I think. Yeah, I did bring the box home, so. Oh boy! Wow, I can see so far, dude. I'm still just gonna be impressed by Voxy for a long time, I think. Holy. Wow. Wow. Ooh. I wonder when it will feel normal, because it doesn't yet. All right, this machine caught up. It's nearly full on green dye, geez. And we haven't got a single box of bone blocks yet. Interesting. I mean, the more we use this, the less of a chance of bone blocks we get. You know, really, that's That's where we're at with it. But today, chat, is a full 4-hour stream. None of this short stream business like we've had yesternight. Okay, we'll take these green dyes back to the storage room, and then we have to top off my rockets and my food. Uh-oh, my TikTok chat's not working.
T0p_geek is here.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I see that now. What's up, Top? Lots of stuff going on here. We're over 19,000 days in this world. Hey, Purple. You know, with Voxy, it makes my clouds look very small. Like, my clouds end way too early. I wonder if there is a way to make my clouds go further than usual. I know that there is some stuff in, like, Sodium Extras about clouds. Cloud. Render. Oh, fog. Okay. Cloud height. This is where I turned up the cloud height. Okay. But no. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing Reese's sodium options. I don't have that one. I bet you that's the one that I'm missing that would show me oh, cloud distance. Cloud distance. This is what I was looking for. I already have it maxed at 128 chunks. I need something that lets me turn the cloud distance up higher than 128 chunks, bro. How do I get 512 chunks of clouds? Finally fixed the timing on your horse speed tester. You've bred horses with max health and jump, but only tier 1 speedster you bred with a mule. Well, good job. You got that is something that, like, so many people were doing back in, like, 1.7. That was like the horse update, right? Well, what level are we at? The hole, we just started -9 yesterday. We're flying our way over to the hole right now. You're sad there's 3 weeks till vacation and you're sick. Oh. You don't think you'll be better within 3 weeks? How sick are you, Mrs. Ken? You know what I still haven't done? I haven't figured out how to get Voxy to do the nether chunks. Does anybody want to do any research for me on Voxy on how to import the nether chunks of a world? Oh my god, and I also realized something, chat. Voxy's doing some weird stuff with the hole. Oh my goodness. The gold block, it made it so big. You just did the Voxy command? Yeah, I ran the Voxy import, and then I told it world, and then I did my world name, right? And that only imported my overworld. It didn't import my nether, and I assume it didn't import my chunks. Or my end is what I was gonna say. The other one, my chunks. You have to do it in the nether. So if I just run that command again in the nether, it'll work. All right, I'm gonna try. If this does 8 million more chunks, Grayson, I'm going to be upset. All right, Voxy import. You know, there is a current. Voxy import current. What does that mean? I'll just hit world, and then hardcore season 2. Here we go. Bam. Okay, 400,000. That is doing the nether. Okay, good, good, good. I was worried for a second. Thank you, Grayson. Maybe that means I should do a visit to the end sometime to also get the end chunks imported. I really hope this doesn't end up like Zero's, though, where you have to rerun the import command every time you update the mod pack or the mod or the game or whatever. All right, here's where we left off last stream chat. We had finished Y level 6. We did the border around. Wow, it's already done. 35 seconds with 5,000 chunks per second. Hot dang. All right. Yeah, and then we'd done the border around -9 and started this little bit of -9 digging right here, chat. So we're here to continue this for 4 flippin' floppin' hours tonight. I hope you're ready. Grace said, I do appreciate you sending me the file. I actually just did the one-time thing with Core Protect myself to get it for the server. So I was just like, I'll just get it. I don't know if you're even on their Patreon anymore. I was looking at alternatives to Core Protect, and there is one called Prism, but it only works on paper. So if we switched to Fabric, it would have to find a new alternative. So I don't know. But I did get the server updated to 26.1.2 today with still on paper, but I added a Voxy plugin to this SMP. So if you're running Voxy, you theoretically can turn your render distance up as high as you want. But it didn't work for me. I don't know if it was like if I needed to turn on some setting or whatever, but the plugin was online. It was showing it was working, but when I ran the stats command, it said there was no current users running Voxy or something like that. So I don't know if I have to like do a permissions thing or what, but I'll figure that out tomorrow maybe. We are on Java. We'll be down to Bedrock eventually, but we're playing on Java. Did the music stop? No, it's just incredibly quiet. Can you guys hear the music? No, this is a hole. It is incredibly quiet.
Massive.
No music.
Okay, I just turned it up a bit. Whoop. Did someone just change the album that was playing? Or no, it must have just changed songs that was playing and the next song got louder. Interesting. Okay. See, of course I'm digging a hole. Someone's got to do it. The person I rated yesterday was talking about the fact that they were having the same problem I was with the random sounds and the blurring, and that they hated it as well. So it wasn't just my channel. And they believe that it is related to the Heart Me thing that was going on. I haven't been live long enough today to find out if we're going to be plagued by that horrendous situation again, but I really hope TikTok heard the outrage and turned the flip off. What's up? Absolutely horrible thing. Oh. Yeah, it was just something to try and get people to give more gifts on TikTok. Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love when people give gifts. It benefits me directly. But like, I'm not over the top begging about it like TikTok wants streamers to be. I really try to not be in your face begging for money, and I just try to have a good time, play my game, dig a hole, and if you want to give me gifts or subscribe or whatever, or you do that, and I'll thank you for it. And that's about as transactional as I want to be. I don't want to be here the whole time. Be like, oh, give me money. Oh, give me money. Oh, did you consider giving me money? I mean, sometimes during a subathon or whatever, but like TikTok's got some promotion trying to get in your face every single day. A new one's running, you know? What's up? We are at -9 right now, and we are going all the way down to bedrock. We got a long way to go. Got a lot of hole to dig, chat. But luckily for us, this is a bowl-shaped hole. You can see it's curving inwards slowly. It is going to like start curving aggressively inwards. And by the time we expose bedrock, it'll be a very, very small hole. So the layers are going to speed up eventually. Yeah. Absolutely. I keep about 90% of all materials from projects like this. Never hurts to stock up. Should I notice how there's like this big ravine here? And I have not been going to the other side. I'm just letting that kind of build up. And eventually the two sides will connect when worlds collide. Could have also, yeah, exactly. Like, I probably did click a button to like opt into that campaign or something, Schmalaboo, but it's not. That's them doing that kind of BS is not what I was intentionally opting into, you know? Will I start this type of massive project again? Of course. Who doesn't love digging a hole, chat? You're late? Unacceptable, dude. Totally, completely, unfathomably unacceptable. Ban him, chat. Or mods. Yeah, chat will ban you somehow. Supposed to storm for you tonight. Hopefully you can sleep through it. Do you have a hard time sleeping through storms? My kids do. Well, my oldest does. My youngest will sleep through anything. Chat could vote to ban people. I definitely could implement something like that. Absolutely, I could. I think we've even talked about it in a not so unserious way in the past, where we've been like, should I do it? I'm talking like 3-4 years ago now. Like should Colonelbot be able to ban people if enough people type !ban and someone's name? Like, I believe that is absolutely some functionality I could bestow upon Colonelbot, and it'd be hilarious. Occasionally, but Minecraft's my main jam. How long ago was Deep Slate added? Well, like 3 years ago now, probably. Wow, it doesn't really feel like that long. Well, you can't ban a mod. I've tried. How do I already need more rockets? I feel like I just topped those off back at the base, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. Oh. Building the castle? That's sick, dude. Hopefully there'll be a lot of air in this hole. That's for sure. Already. Gracious. It was like one yawn's not enough. Oh yeah, chat. Look at these holes or this cave we're exposing. Oh yeah, that's just the thing I do. Most of the time it's unintentional nowadays. You know how, like, different people, they sneeze different, right? You kind of grow up and you decide on a sneeze sound that, you know, you sneeze the way that you make the sound like your family and your friends make when you sneeze, right? It's like kind of a cultural thing that you don't know about. Yawning is the same way, and you can trick your brain into yawning like Chewbacca if that's just what you're into. Spoilers, that's what I'm into. So I did. And here we are. That's actually a fairly recent development, within like the last year probably. Yes, this is an absolutely massive cave, but remember, this is a bowl-shaped hole. So if we turn on the overlay, you can see the edge of the bowl, and a lot of the cave is outside of the bowl, sadly, but a lot of the cave is inside the bowl, so we'll appreciate it for what the time it does save us. We are digging a hole. Lord of the Rings, they are long movies even before you watch the extended editions. To dig the hole, you have to dig the hole. If I don't dig the hole, then I'm not digging the hole. Modified his internal sound pack. Yeah. Now, if only I could get myself to stop swearing when I'm angry. That one's a little bit harder coded, I think.
Damn, this guy one is here.
What's up, dude? Oh boy. No, stop it. Quit yawning. Chat, I can't believe it's only Tuesday. It feels like Friday, or it feels like it deserves to be Friday. It's been a long week. Anyone else feel that? Today I was like halfway through my day and I realized it was Tuesday and I was disappointed because I like had genuinely thought it was Wednesday. I need more frequent and longer weekends, chat. How do I do that? How do I get my weekends to be A, more frequent, and B, longer? Like that's really what I need right now. Got finals, dude? Heck yeah. Oh, true. True. It is a 3-day weekend. If you're in the US. Oh boy. Wish your employer would implement 410s. I was actually talking to my boss about something else completely unrelated. Well, scheduling wise, something else. And he was like, yeah, I had to recently figure out how to accommodate someone that wanted to work 410s. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there thinking like, all right, he knows how to accommodate 410s, does he? I can work with that. What's the more extreme of 410s, chat? Can I request 3 12s? No, that's only 36. 3 13s? That's an odd number. You know what? You know what? I'll just take 2 20s, man. Can I just work 2 20s, please? That's all I want in a week. I could pull off 2 20s, and you know what? I hit them back to back, man. 20 hours straight, 8 hours sleep, 20 hours straight, 5 days off. Ooh, man. I would say I'd just do 140, but you know I couldn't pull that off. Maybe when I was like 19. No, my job's my position. I'm not in a position where it would be. I would be able to get as much work done on less shifts. AKA, I have a lot of meetings that people expect me to attend. I hate. No, I'm just gonna leave the sentence there. I hate. Yep, that's just hate right there. Yeah. I don't even know if I would like 410s. I don't know, maybe. You know what? Maybe I can convince my boss to let me work 410s. That way I sign in to work an hour before everybody and I catch up on my emails. And then I do 8 hours, and then I stay an hour later than everybody, and I catch up on my emails. Oh my God, wait. And then I never work a Wednesday again in my life. Oh yeah, I wouldn't get that option. I also would not get the option to use use it on a Friday. It would have to be like a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday kind of deal. Raised, yeah, honestly, you're right. You're right. We just need the same pay for 32 hours a week of work. Come on. You're saying that the AI is getting put into everything and the AI isn't actually saving any work yet, Mr. Boss Man? Come on. What you mean it's not working? What do you mean you laid off half the company to implement this AI tool and everyone still has to work just as much as they always have. What you mean, dude? Maybe someday? Absolutely not. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Those in power will never let that happen. So instead I just dig a hole. Yes, caves are very beneficial to the hole. They'll never let the benefits of implementing AI into their companies result in a better work-life and pay balance to the employees. They'll just have less employees doing more work for less pay. Well, in the US at least. If you're in the EU, you know, they'll eventually put some laws in to help you out. But not in the US. In the US, if you aren't doing the job of 3 people, well, then you're just not needed. We'll lay you off for funsies. Not making a dome. We're digging a hole. You're thinking of the exact opposite of what we're doing here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, man. Chat, if you're new here, consider dropping a follow on whatever platform you're watching on. Maybe one day I won't have to report to a dumb boss man, and maybe I can do this full time if enough of you hit that follow button. How's that sound? Or the subscribe button, whatever they call it, wherever you are. Also, leave a like. That helps the algorithm. For free 99. Of course, this hole ain't gonna dig itself, my man. Someone's gotta do it. We use mini HUD for an overlay of a sphere to dig, to see the edges of the hole we are digging. Yes, but we are not covering the top. We only use it to see what to dig. You're thinking of it upside down. We're going down, not up. Lightning McQueen said turn up to go down, you know? I do use the nether roof when applicable. But it's kind of hard to dig a hole in the nether roof, chat. I mean, it's doable. I've done it. It's not the same thing. It's not what we're going for. Oh, I guess the ravine carries on. To dig a hole, you have to dig the hole. Indeed. This guy knows what's up. Speaking of that phrase, Chad, if you haven't checked out my merch store, we have hole-related merch. If you're if you're into that kind of thing. Don't know. What I do know is I'm gonna dig the hole. And whatever happens after, happens after. Until then, we're focused on digging the hole. Because this hole is taking quite a while to get here, and it's going to take quite a while to get down to the bottom. So we are given the process of digging the hole our complete, undivided attention. Ooh, look, some iron. Okay, back to the hole. Oh, that... I keep about 90% of all materials from projects like this, but I am using Silk Touch and getting Deep Slate. What if there's a second hole? Well, theoretically, or technically speaking, this is the third hole I've dug in my world, if you include the nether holes. Your shirts already have holes. Well, all shirts have holes. At least 1, 2, 3, and a fourth. Yeah. So it sounds perfectly reasonable. Boo, 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 boo. Who doesn't, my man? We're digging a hole. What more could I want? Boom, 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 boom. Oh. My back was bugging me there. Of course. Ah! 10 out of 10 name right there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Okay, over the cave we go. Are we going completely over the cave? I believe so. Yep, we gotta get on top. Whoa, my goodness, I almost just died right there. That was the end of the world. End of the world as we know it, and I dig holes. Boy. I did know that. I'm gonna just finish this little overhang off completely. There we go. Creeper down there, bro. Whoa, almost just yeeted myself. Almost doesn't count though, chap. Or does it? I don't know. I never got to that number. 1, 2, almost 3. Does that sound right? Feel like where I picked where to dig perfectly. You are sorely mistaken. This cave goes on for a very long time into a very, very large opening just about over there. And if I had been above that part of the cave, oh my goodness, we'd be done by now. Maybe not done, but like, if that cave had been centered perfectly under the center of the hole, we'd be good. Though it did have a giant lava lake that would need drained at the end. But I bet you we'd be further down. Yeah, we just flew in it once. It's a ginormous cave. But I mean, this cave definitely helps us. It doesn't not help us. I mean, I'm gonna appreciate this cave for the assist that we do get. But not today. It was weeks ago at this point. I gotta dig the hole. If I spend all the time exploring the caves that are saving us time, then the caves aren't saving us time. It's kind of a catch-22. You know? I probably will explore it at some point again. Maybe when the hole is done. But the more time we spend looking in the caves that are saving us time, the less time we get to dig the blocks around the cave. Oh. Or I don't know how to phrase it. What's up? We are on -9 indeed. Should I start calling it -no? We'll just see if people pick up on it. Until the end of this layer, of course. What's up? How many spawners? I don't know. I want to say like at least 4 or 5. Because we've had several cave spider spawners. And then a skeleton spawner was actually like the first one we broke. I have no idea how many diamonds I've gotten. Stacks of them at this point. I don't keep track. I'm just here to dig the hole, chap. Well, someone's got to dig this hole. I don't see you doing it, chat. Oh. You know, this is the Colonel and Doug stream, and well, I'm Colonel, so therefore the hole must be Doug. And you know, I think we're doing it. This is hardcore single player. And I think if my math is correct, having 10 times as many pickaxes will result in 10 times as many blocks broken per session. So I think it would take 10 times more time because people would grief and play and not dig. Am I right? All right, I'm gonna get over to the other side now. Whoop. This cave is definitely going to help us in the next layer a whole lot. Pun intended. Jeez. Not only the next layer, the next several layers. I absolutely did. Yeah, I went, this goes as far back as 1.18. I actually called up Mojang's headquarters and I said, hey guys, this is my seed, and whatever you do with your cave generation, I need you to specifically put a cave in this seed at these coordinates, please. And then they decided to make the cave update to solve my problem. So we're here. Yeah, that worked out great. Mojang was very accommodating. You never really hear of multi-billion-dollar dev teams getting to work on solving such important problems nowadays. They always want to do some stuff with revenue and AI and stuff like that, you know. They don't fix the real problems, like digging a hole. Thanks for yeah. They didn't mention that they would put new non-insta-mineable blocks around the cave, but you know, we'll let that slide. We'll let that slide. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, the cave's going to save us a lot of time. Why are we picking favorites? Can't all animals be cool? Oh. I don't know. We were at some kind of thing where people are. I don't know what it's called. And they had turtles for sale. My kids really wanted to see the turtles. And the lizards. And the birds. You have pet ducks. And your tortoise is cooler. I've never heard of anyone having pet ducks. Selling turtles is definitely not illegal. People have turtles for pets all the time. What is your life right now? You can't even. Well, your life right now is probably a constant state of panic, worry, and debt if you're the average American. So good luck with that. Can't have sea turtles. I didn't say sea turtles. You're stuck in the parking lot at work waiting for AAA to come inflate your tire because the valve stem is cracked and your tire is flat. Well, I don't think AAA is going to be able to inflate your tire if your valve stem is cracked. I mean... yeah. Oh, okay, so it holds air long enough to go and get stuck somewhere else. Got it. Your PC won't turn on? Huh. That's a real bummer right there. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Wait, why not? Well, because there's a ravine in the way. I don't want to jump over the ravine, dude. That'd be annoying. Thank you for the gifts. Really appreciate that. Yeah. And you can't inflate it on your own if you were able to inflate it after you started driving your car? Boom, 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 boom. Thank you for the gifts over on TikTok. And I don't think this guy in the shorts chat knows how super chats work. Yes, I have children. You had an air compressor with you? You don't carry a compressor in your vehicle at all times? Serious question. I do. I have a little 12-volt one tucked in the trunk. He's going to, yeah, you can literally get one that plugs into your, 12-volt cigarette lighter kind of thing. You can get it for $20, keep it in your trunk, and it usually they'll have like a 20-foot cable so you can plug it in and reach any tire. They're great. Yours broke when you needed it?
Preach, dude.
Well, did you tell it to get a job? That's normally what people do when they're broke. All right. That's what they... Hey, heck yeah, dude! Clip-off challenge. Buying peace of mind. Oh. I hear a zombie. I don't think he's gonna be getting up to me. We're on negative no. Dancing spot, yeah, dude. Actually, one of the comments I saw on that video is like, this better win the clip-off challenge. And it did, Well, I am a pink slime with a pink cape in a pink room. I'll let you connect the dots. Do I see deep slate when I close my eyes? No, I see my eyelids, typically. Boom, 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 boom. You're not sleeping? I don't recommend that. Sleep is great. Going to sleep? Nah, that sucks. Being asleep? Top tier, dude. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Waking up? That sucks, too, though. Right. If you sleep, then you won't hear your alarm. Hold on, you might have a point, chat. You need your wisdom teeth removed too? Oh no. I mean, I just had mine removed and it went fine. I mean, yeah, I didn't have any complications, but one of your wisdom teeth is broken and now the nerve is exposed. The nerve on that tooth. Can't believe it would do that. Have you considered stopping chewing so hard? How do you break a wisdom tooth other than just like aggressively over chewing? Like hold on. Yeah, TikTok is not being as dumb today. And I wasn't the only person who absolutely hated what they did yesterday. So hopefully they heard that feedback and then never repeat their mistakes ever again, or else everyone will stop streaming. not worried about complications. I'm worried about how long it's going to take you to get into a surgeon. True. Your teeth are in bad shape. You've heavily considered having them all pulled and getting implants. Oof. That sounds horrible. I have currently, because I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and then I had to get a crown replaced. I've hit my, because dental insurance works the opposite as normal insurance. I've hit my the maximum my dentist will cover for the year already. Which I didn't know that's how dental insurance worked. So I have 3 cavities, and they're like, yeah, if you want us to replace those, if you want to fill those 3 cavities, it's going to be like hundreds of dollars each. And it's like, what? I didn't, why? My wife just had a couple I think she also had 3 cavities filled for like $38. But for me, it will be several hundreds of dollars. So... yeah. Yeah, mine was, yeah. Yeah, I know, right? And it's like, yeah, give me enough time and I can swing it, but like, geez, dude. I might as well just wait until, I might as well just wait and schedule the appointment for January 1st. You know, like, come on. That's what you get for your birthday? Rip. Is it your birthday? We are still placing air, indeed. Someone's got to. Tomorrow is. Okay. Nice. Well, just, if it's your birthday, you know, just get wasted and tie your wisdom tooth to a doorknob and get it out. That sounds terrible. Oh my god. No, don't do that. That's the first thing that popped into my mind when I was... Don't tempt. That sounds absolutely horrible. Wow. Oh man. Oh. Oh, hey guy. Mr. Diamond Blocks. Chilling in the tough. Those diamonds think they're so tough, huh? What's up? Oh my goodness, chat. Got a little bit of a headache. Oh! I was just thinking, chat, about what I can do about this headache that I have. Let me take you on the path that my brain went on, okay? I was in the middle of saying the words, ooh, I have a little bit of a headache, and I was thinking like, ooh, I should probably drink some water for that. Then I was like, oh, I should make sure I refill my water when I take my break, so if I'm getting a headache, you know, because I'm gonna run out eventually. then I thought, oh, well, after stream, you know, I should probably go straight to bed if I'm still having a headache then, okay? And then I had the thought, you know, which Atelier just released a new episode I saw, and I haven't seen it yet. And then I made the immediate decision that right after stream, I'm watching that episode of anime, all because I have a headache. So that's great. That's great. I'm sure that'll solve my headache. Well, the alcohol I drink while watching the episode of anime might also solve the headache, but just move it to the morning. It'll reschedule my headache. You guys' brain ever just take 10 steps at once like that? Just like blink of an eye, you're thinking of a whole different story before you finish the sentence. Oh, caps lock, I don't need that. Yeah. Excuse you, chat. I didn't even sound like Chewy that time. I'm disappointed. I just realized it's about 10. That means we've been live for an hour. And it simultaneously feels like it hasn't been an hour, but it also feels like it should have been more than an hour. Like, time's moving faster than I thought, but it's not moving as fast as I think it should. like, oh, I'm impressed. It's already 10, but like, shouldn't it be 10:30? Like, come on, come on. Of course we're still digging the hole. Goodness. I am placing air and digging a hole. Two things can be true at the same time. Yeah, there is a absolutely massive cave here that's going to help us dig a lot faster. You're asking the wrong questions, man. I don't need to sort the blocks. I have a storage system that sorts the blocks. All I gotta do is take them home. Alright. I do have a headache, though. I do have a headache, though. Maybe I should drink more water. I still think the answer to my headache is more anime. I stand by that. Take some Tylenol? No thanks. No thanks. If I don't suffer... Well, hold on. I'm not seeing any downsides. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Anime and water. Yep. Yep. Solves most problems. I guess speaking of anime now, again, chat, has anyone got any good recommendations? Anyone watched anything good right now? This is hardcore indeed. Ah! Low pick. Take a look at the hole, chat. Ooh. That's a hole right there. We are at negative no in the hole.
Massive.
What's up? Sunshine with the 10-month resub. Been a while since you tuned in. Been busy with your first kid. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Hope that's going well. Hope you haven't pulled all your hair out yet. Though it is normal to have pulled out most of your hair at this point. It's a lot of hair. It sure is. Boom, 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 boom. You know what'd be really funny is if you have multiple kids, but you've just been like busy because your oldest is like giving you trouble. That'd be a funny interpretation of that sentence. It's like, yeah, it's a teenager going through their rebellious phase. Oh, I have some gray hairs. Magic loves to point it out. Kids will do that. I don't think it's the hole though. I think it's the kids. Maybe my job. Well, honestly, the kids would be less stressful if I didn't have the job. So we can just blame my job. We can just blame my job entirely. Yes, we are going to bedrock, but this is a bowl-shaped hole. So the layers are getting smaller the further down we go. By the time we actually get to bedrock, we will actually be like, we're only doing a very small amount of bedrock will be exposed. Excuse me. Yo, thank you for the gifts, my dudes. Absolutely massive of you. Heck yeah. All right. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So no one's watching anything? Nobody chimed in with a single show or anime recommendation? Like, period? Is there really nothing worth watching at the moment? I'm getting a lot on my algorithm. I'm getting a lot of recommendations for like old movies. Not old movies, but like maybe 10-year-old movies, which do not feel old anymore. Oh, you just gotta explore the nether. There ain't no trick to it. You did? You said My Hero Academia? I've not seen that one. I'm watching Witch Hat Atelier, though. And the last episode ended on an incredible cliffhanger. I'm very, very much excited to watch the episode that I am not yet seen. Oh yeah, he's back there vibing. No, we're on negative no now. Is that what I have? Hold on. Oh God, I saw the description of it and I kind of skimmed the description you put in there and I saw it with the picture of the broken bone and I was like, what medical condition is she describing? I thought you were asking about like my back or something with some Astro AI with fast inflation. I'm like, what do you mean? That is not the same one that I have, but that one will probably do you fine. If you want, I can send you an Amazon affiliate link to the one that I have for you to check out. I have two of the same model in two different colors for our vehicles. I mean, I'm sure that one would be fine if you go with it. Okay. We are on negative no. If you don't get it, just think a little bit more. I liked Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. I'm not familiar with that. We fly up to the surface every few minutes to empty my inventory. Just stick around, you'll get to see the hole. We are currently digging a hole, my friend. Not radios, servers and network equipment. Some old stuff I don't know what to do with. If I'm throwing it out, if I maybe try and find a local electronics recycler. Some of it might be worth a couple bucks I could flip on eBay. I don't know. The hole is for digging. But most of it is too old to be worth anything. But you know what I mean now. All right. We're digging for the hole, my man. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose, chat.
Colonel is going on a break. If you are new here, consider dropping a follow or subscribing, he will return shortly. There is a mini game playing in the purple chat. If you want to join, you can find a link to all his socials in the bio/description etc. Otherwise, get up and stretch, get a drink, and leave a like on the stream.
All right. Sorry about that. All right. Been working on a car for the past 3 evenings and had to stop tonight. I don't think I know what that means. Not in that context. I'm having a great time. What kind of car are you working on? Boom, 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 boom. Is it like your fun car if you've been working on it for 3 days, or is this like your daily driver and you haven't been getting to work? Is it a project car? That's the word I was looking for. We've been mining for longer than a week, my dude. I'm doing great. I'm digging a hole. What more could I want? We started this dig in early January, yes. This is my 61st stream digging this hole. Making great progress. This cave, definitely helping us out. It's only been 3 days. Oh god. Oh wait, 2006 Jetta diesel. Nice. Wait, is that the ones that had the controversy about like being either, what was it, either they're like it was either wasn't as good on gas as it said it was, or like wasn't as emissions safe as they said it was? Is it one of those? No, this was before that. Okay. That started in 08. I don't know. I absolutely cared absolute zero about cars back then. Like, even when I got my first car, heck, even in like some of my later cars, like I didn't care about the car parts of it, you know, like it's like the engine, I don't care. It's got horsepower, sure, maybe, I don't know. I still don't really care about that, but I know more about it now. 45 to 50 miles a gallon, heck yeah, dude. Well, your gallons are more expensive. Nah, but that would definitely offset it. That's like double. That's like actually double what my mileage is, but I also drive a much bigger vehicle than a Jetta, a minivan. Of course. Someone's got to dig this hole. I don't see you digging the hole. He just said he was driving a diesel Jetta. You're lagging? Well, I don't recommend doing that anymore. Poof. Yeah. I've never owned a premium gas vehicle. That sounds not fun. Though my mom, she's always got them. She drove a Jaguar for a long time when I was a kid. She's got a Porsche now. She's always getting premium gas. I don't envy her gas station trips. Porsche Cayenne, is that the or Cayenne? I don't know which one that. No, not Cayenne Pepper. That's a little SUV one. Okay, I really want and I really blame Doug DeMuro for the fact that I don't have one of these. I really want a Porsche Boxster, like an old Porsche Boxster from like 20 years ago. You could get those fairly cheap. And then about 3 months ago, Doug DeMuro made a video about how old Porsche Boxsters are really underrated and really cheap. And now they're not. Now they're not. I was like, this is like a really cool, like mid-engine, 2-seater sports car. Get one with a manual transmission with less than 100,000 miles for under 10 grand. Heck yeah, I'd get one of those. That'd be fun. Nope, doesn't exist anymore. Mid-engine, rear engine, I don't really know. Yeah. I don't need a project vehicle. And Magic says if we buy another vehicle, I need to get her a Jeep. And I said, okay, I'll get you a Jeep if I can go get a VW ID Buzz. to replace our minivan with. But she really wants a new hybrid Sienna. If we get a new minivan, I'd rather get the Buzz. Used to fill up your SUV for 65, now it's 100. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. We've been getting gas exclusively at Costco. Like, it used to be that, like, oh yeah, I'll get gas at Costco whenever I make a trip. Now it's like, all right, we need gas. Let's go to Costco and stock up. I mean, they get us because we spend the money at Costco, but like, I'm not going to a gas station. Even your guys is like $65-$70 payments. Oh boy. Or fill ups. I mean, I don't drive very often. We fill up our cars once, maybe twice a month, because Magic's a stay-at-home mom and I work from home. So we really only have, you know, errands and activities for the kids and visiting family and stuff like that as our only, like, driving that we do. But I don't envy anyone that has to commute still. 4,000 to 5,000 miles a month. Yeah, dude. During, like, before we moved to this house, we actually had bought a car that we owned for like 2 years, maybe 3, and we had put less than 10,000 miles a year on that car before we sold it, and then got the minivan. We're up to like 20 something thousand a year now, which feels like a lot, but we've been doing more trips to visit family. So I try to get the Jetta back on the road. Heck yeah, dude. Well, yeah, you get paid for the mileage, so you take the long route, right? You take the scenic route. This dude's like, I need to go from here to here, so let me drive here to there to there to there to here. Ah, yes, boss. It was 4,000 miles to get 2 cities away. I mean, the only reason I care about putting mileage on our car is because of the, I bought it from CarMax, and the CarMax warranty is actually like really good. And yeah, I dread the day that I'm, if I don't get the full 5 years out of the CarMax warranty because I put too many miles on it, I'll be upset. But I told Magic we're keeping this car until the warranty runs out, or the mileage exceeds the warranty, and then I will consider us getting a new car. But that's only if this thing has problems, and like it hasn't had any problems so far. But it's funny you mention you're in sales and you drive so much and get paid by the mile. I don't know how companies that rely on paying people to drive for the chance of a sale make money, let alone in the time of these gas prices. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I thought about this when we were buying our house, and it was like, dude, how many miles is my realtor doing to go see all these houses with us? And like, yeah, they're gonna get a 4% commission on one house that we buy. You know? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a tax write-off. You sell about $1 million per month. Jesus Christ. And you get paid minimum wage. Is that how that goes? It's how it feels like companies go nowadays. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, that's nice. I'm just a cynic. I hate all companies in general. Whatever they're paying you, it's my opinion that is not enough. You know, like, no matter what you do, no matter how much you make, unless you're a C-level executive, whatever the company's paying you, it's not enough. Oh, man. Used to sell insurance. That was terrible. Yeah. I don't envy that. I haven't really ever had a personal bad experience with insurance yet, but I know so many people that have. Like some of my neighbors needed a new roof because their other neighbor's tree fell on their house. And they went almost an entire winter without a roof. And it's like, yeah, they eventually put a roof on their house and actually re-sided the whole thing, too, because that got damaged. But like, their heating bills were definitely impacted because of the flipping hole, you know? Sure, it was covered with a tarp, but like, you know, like, oh man, I hate that for them, you know? Well, yeah, I'm sure it was a legal fight between two competing insurance companies that neither of them wanted to pay for it, you know? And I don't envy them. I had to get a new I feel really bad. I had to get a new roof because a windstorm knocked a satellite dish off my roof and it like ripped out the sheeting underneath the roof and when it came down. And my roof was their roof had been broken for months and my roof got replaced first. And insurance covered the whole roof. It was like, okay, great. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. This is Java. They didn't go that route with it, but it was a satellite installed from a previous owner. So not a service that we used. I don't know who installed it. They never asked. I wanted the dish down, to be frank. One of the first things I thought of when we bought the house was like, man, we should take that satellite dish down. It looks ugly. I'm never gonna use it. And then, you know, Mother Nature handled it for me. It's a good thing I didn't go take it down and, you know, put up a shingle myself or whatever. 'Cause now I got a brand new 50-year roof. You know. Because it is very much like me to have potentially went and just been like, yeah, screw it, I'll take out the satellite dish and put a new shingle in that one spot and then call it a day. I don't do roofing, but it is very much a thing I would do, is figure out how to do that if I wanted the eyesore of my satellite dish gone. But when it fell, it wasn't even in my conscious brain to reach out to insurance. My neighbor asked me what I was gonna do about it now that the roof has got a hole in it, and he was like, "Are you gonna go to insurance for it?" I'm like, I was like, "Well, maybe, I don't know." Ugh. I stream 3 to 4 hours a night. Today's a full 4-hour stream. We'll be going until 1 a.m. Eastern. I do have a couple of happy guests. I actually have a mob zoo where I have every mob in the game in captivity. What do you think the best thing to do with the deep slate for future builds? Well, I keep about 90% of all materials from projects like this. So I will have a bajillion in storage when this is over. And I am mining with Silk Touch, so I'm keeping deep slate, not cobbled deep slate. But luckily, Mojang just added the ability to turn deep slate into cobbled deep slate in a stone cutter. So realistically, I can use it for whatever I want whenever I do a build. If I just spend half an hour converting 100,000 of it to cobbled deep slate, you know? I mean, that's my plan. Yeah, I've broken a lot of bedrock in this world. I don't plan on breaking any bedrock for this hole, though. I've built quite a few builds out of Deep Slate, especially when it was new. It felt like everything I built back in 1.18 was like, okay, Deep Slate is the material to build out of, and I feel like everyone was doing that back then too. Nowadays, I really haven't touched Deep Slate for a build in quite a while. But here we are. Yeah. I use dropper towers all the time. All the time. Yeah, deep slate into cobbled deep slate is a thing now. It's not something you can do with an autocrafter, sadly. But you can manually, you know, turn one stack at a time from deep slate into cobbled deep slate. Or you could turn it directly into polished cut deep slate or whatever you wanted, one stack at a time in a stone cutter. So that's good. We are digging a bowl-shaped hole, chap. Ooh. First big build? Heck yeah, dude. Digging to the top of bedrock or a little lower? I don't know. Typically, when I expose bedrock, I floss bedrock. I don't know what the plan is for this hole. We'll figure that out when I get there. Sugarcane farm and use the dropper conveyor, and it works amazing. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, dude. You like the vibes of this playlist? Yeah, this is a good song. Good vibes. I'm picking up good vibrations. So many caves on this side of the hole. Heck yeah. Well, he means a dropper elevator. Where you just have a tower of droppers that move your items upwards. It is really weird that I'm not doing full stripes, but when we got to here, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna bother jumping over the ravine. And you know, it's letting us make progress in a little different of a pattern than usual, and you know what? That's fine. This is negative no after all. Favorite genre of music? I don't, it changes, but like, realistically speaking, like probably hip hop, Eminem, Tech Nine, whole bunch of, but like, I haven't listened, I haven't listened to that in a while, but like, to dig a hole, you have to dig a hole. I did just listen to a song that I hadn't heard in a couple years, Homicide by Logic Eminem. I just listened to that like yesterday. Came on my playlist. I was like, oh, this is nice. But in other words, there's not really any genres I keep up with. I don't know. I don't even keep up with that anymore. Though if Eminem dropped a new album, yeah, I'd be listening to it day one on repeat. This is the quickest you can mine, indeed. Wow. Wow, chat. You know, we haven't done a stats check today. What are we looking at? Oh, we passed 800 for the deep slate. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, dude. We officially have 2/3 the deep slate that we do of sandstone. Which means we've more than doubled the amount of deep slate we've ever mined. So this is... I'm fairly certain by the end of this whole deep slate will be in 3rd place of my most mined blocks. To dig a hole, you have to dig the hole. 5 million netherrack, is there anything left? Yes. You'd be surprised how little 5 million netherrack is. 5 million netherrack is equivalent to 2 of these holes in the nether. That's 2 of this sized hole in the nether. That's what 5 million netherrack is. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I didn't call your idea stupid, even though it's not digging a hole. My storage room is the largest storage room in hardcore Minecraft. You should check out my world tour video if you want to see it. We will be in a project later this year, well after this hole is done. We will be updating the storage room because we actually ran out of space for stone while digging out the top of this hole. So we'll get there when we get there. Yep. You can find the link in the bio, panels, descriptions, etc. This world's over 19,000 days. If you switch to one of the landscape streams, you can see the day count at the top corner. Thank you for those gifts coming in. Absolutely appreciate it. There is a TikTok playlist of the world tour. I'm pretty sure it's of like the 10,000 day world tour though, not the 15,000 day world tour. So like it's several years old. But you know, it still covers probably like 85% of everything in the world. Because that was between the 10,000 and the 15,000 day world tours, there was actually very little I got done because I was digging a giant hole in the nether, and then we had, heck, I don't even remember. And then we had some like big projects that took ages, right? Though between the 15,000 and the upcoming 20,000 day world tour, there's actually a lot to show off. Not a lot of new projects, but I actually went and updated every farm in my world to include auto crafters for every item possible to make out of what do you call it? To make out of the items produced solely by that farm. So like my iron farm now auto crafts every single iron item you can make out of iron, and every single item you can make out of poppies that the iron golems drop. And then like my bamboo farm does the same thing. It can make every single item out of bamboo, and like it's just great. You're gonna do 100-year tour. I do my tours on 5,000 day increments now. Back when the world was new, I did it on 1,000 day increments up until 11,000 days, and then after that, I switched to 5,000 day increments. So we did 15,000, and upcoming is 20,000 this summer. So make sure you're subscribed, chat, for the 20,000 day world tour when it comes out. Haven't mined 1,000,000 blocks total. I don't know. 1,000,000 blocks isn't actually that much. This world's over 19,000 days now. If you switch to the landscape mode, you can see the day count in the top corner at all times. 450 days old. You have no idea what to do, bro. Well, first off, do you have an elytra? Do you have a rocket farm? Like that is step one to starting your world. And if you're at 450 days, you know, you probably beat the dragon. But some people I know, they don't get the dragon for a long time. They don't get their wings. That's like number one. But like if you're at the point where you think you've done everything and you have nothing more to do, what you need to do is to find some big project you want to do. Now, big for me is different from big for you. Like this hole, not that big of a project. Time consuming, but not that big, right? Whereas, you know, for you, you might do something. You might have a build that's smaller than this hole, and that's a big project for you, right? But you should find a build that you want to do and chunk that up into multiple smaller projects. Like maybe you want to build it out of 3 different materials, and maybe that means you have to go build 3 new farms for each of those materials. And then you gotta, you know, maybe you want to actually decorate each of those to fit the theme before you actually get to it. So that way you're doing smaller projects along the way to completing a big goal. So you keep hitting those dopamine rushes along the way. Don't just go out and dig a big hole for 6 months straight. Most people whose brains aren't broken like mine will give up. But my brain is specifically wired incorrectly to handle this. Surprisingly. Oh, inventory's full again. Wow, I feel like I just emptied my inventory. I feel like I made no progress since the last time I emptied my inventory. What the heck, dude? What's going on here? That's not where I wanted that box. Oh, this project is going to take us a very, very long time, and we are here to give it our full undivided attention until the hole is dug. I'm gonna get these little islands of stuff out here right now while I'm here. This cave, or this hole, is absolutely massive, you're right. This is technically connected to the land, and it's not an island, but screw it, I'm gonna get rid of this peninsula while I'm here. And I'm gonna fill this water in. All right, that's close enough for me. Oh, we got this little bit right here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, goodness, chat. We're actually digging a hole. It's kind of the opposite of building. I feel like the first hour of stream today went by in the blink of an eye, and then the second hour today, I keep glancing down at the clock, and I realize, like, oh man, it's been 3 minutes since I looked at the time. What the heck? I need to stop doing that. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, why did I think it was nighttime? What the heck? I don't know what I'm on right now. It's a sign, chat. It's a sign that you should go to bed. Yeah, you sitting there on the couch, all comfortable, thinking like, oh man, I'm just gonna lay here and, you know, scroll for another 3 hours and then regret it in the morning. You should probably just get in bed, punk. Get a full night's rest. Or not, you know, you don't need to. Who's gonna care, really? Not me. I'm up. I'm not even going to bed when I'm done streaming tonight. I gotta watch a episode of anime. Probably have a drink too. And then who knows how late I'll be up. Oh, now the sky is getting darker. Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. Boom, boom, boom. Anyone got anything cool going on? Fun stories to talk about? Only thing I'm really working on outside of stream is gonna be fixing my mower. Stream goes till 1 a.m. tonight. The brick building block? Well, what, you need clay balls or clay blocks for that? I mean, if I needed like a shulker box or less of them, I'd probably just go to a swamp and, you know, get some underwater gear and dig it out. And then smelt the blocks whole if you silk touch them. Oh yeah, dude, we just hear... This is basically a just chatting stream where I happen to be digging a hole. Because I'm really good at, like, not looking at my screen while I'm digging the hole, and I can just give my full attention to chat unless something funky's going on, you know? Oh, graduation. Oh boy. High school or collage? That is... I'm trying to remember. I hardly even remember graduating high school. Lush caves are good too. Yeah. Oh, heck yeah, dude. But yeah, I gotta fix my mower. So I have an electric riding mower, a Ryobi one, and it's been really good to me for several years. And then all of a sudden in the last week, the battery drained exceptionally fast while I was mowing, and then it wouldn't even charge overnight at all. And I know a lot of people have problems with these batteries in them, and that's like people's biggest complaints. And I thought I was doing really good taking care of the batteries in them because they're lead acid batteries that come in them, which is stupid. But I'm just doing a lithium iron phosphate battery upgrade, and then it should be good for like a long time, and won't have any of the downsides of like if you drain a lead acid battery too low too often, the battery's shot, right? So it'll be cool. I find it very, very unlikely that my batteries need more water. I water my batteries very regularly. I just park my mower over the sprinkler with it running, fan blades and all. I let it sit there for 4 hours after every mow. I feel like my batteries are properly watered. Yeah, me too. I've watched a couple videos. It should go pretty smooth. You're serious? Lead acid batteries needing water? Okay. All right. Bro, how could I get bored? That's like asking me how do I get bored of having fun, bro? I'm digging a hole. What more could I want? Dude? Well, honestly, like thinking about it, what most likely happened is I think there's like 2 batteries in there, and I feel like one of the 2 lead acid batteries is dead, or like I don't know, like has a bad connection to it or something like that. But I'm pretty sure they're wired in series, so like if one connection was loose, it would just lose power. I opened it up. I didn't touch nothing. And then I was just like, screw it. I've wanted to do a lithium upgrade for a while. And I went and ordered a battery. But luckily I went with lithium iron phosphate, not lithium ion. So it's like chances of ever catching on fire are very, very, very low. It's considered to be the safer option, but they do have a chance of exploding. But there's only been 4 recorded instances of them exploding ever, and there's been like tens of millions of them manufactured, right? At least. So, pros and cons. I've been watching several videos on battery tech. It still is the safest lithium-based battery that you can get. So it's what all the big power walls are made out of, right? Well, nowadays, the new ones. It's the new battery tech on the street. I really, really want to get whole home batteries one day. That'd be great. Solar. Grayson, you completely stopped your search for solar a couple years ago, right? I feel like the last time we talked about it, you were like, yeah, I'm not doing this ever again, kind of deal. But I don't remember. I still want to one day. I just don't know if I install solar on this house. I know for a fact the day the solar installation is done, Magic's gonna come to me and she's gonna be like, we need to move. Non-negotiable. And I'll be like, no. Oh yeah. Yeah. I plan on doing it. The only reason I have not is because Magic and I want to one day build our own house. And it might happen. Who knows? Unlikely. But I gave up, but the best you found was a local company. They don't offer financing or anything. They just do the project for you and you take care of paying for it. They're the least scummy you found. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I did get quotes from, well, I reached out to 3 companies that install in my area. One of them came out to the house and gave a quote. One of them scheduled like a virtual thing to give a quote where they just use satellites to measure the house or whatever. And then the third one, like, they're like, oh, we're booked too far to deal with you, bro. Sorry. And yeah, I don't know. Just determined you don't want to put the money into it right now. Thing is, I absolutely want to put the money into it. I mean, I don't have the money laying around, and I probably would have to finance it. It's just, well, I don't know. You want to build somewhere? Yeah. We have plans, not just me, but like other members of my family there is talks of like buying large amount of land, where, you know, everyone could build a house or something like that on it. I don't know if it's talks. I don't know if it'll actually happen. Yeah, if the math actually works out to where financing solar ends up with a payment that is less than your total electric bill, and your electrical output is going to be equal to or more than your current electrical usage, then absolutely, it makes perfect sense to just get solar. The problem is let's say it costs you as much as 20% of your house, right? If you decide to sell the house while that loan is still going on, the house's value did not go up by 20%. You know? You're unlikely to see any noticeable increase to your house's value by installing solar, which is an absolutely crazy statement. And usually the financing, unless you like bake it into your sale contract to the home, like you're still paying for that solar 20 years later after you sell the house, unless you pay it off with the proceeds of selling the house or something like that. And then the new owners get to reap the benefits of a solar install with no financing, you know. So that is my only holdup on installing solar. If Magic could commit to saying, or if Magic and I made the financial decision that yes, we are not moving from this house for the next 20 years, I would get solar installed by end of year, period. But frankly speaking, I don't think that is going to be how things pan out. That's one of the benefits of the solar specific sole loan companies is the loans are transferable if you sell the house. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. A solar specific loan that is transferable with the house. That's... I feel like they told me about that when I got the quote. The guy in person that came to my house and gave me a quote, he actually wasn't charging, like upcharging that much. They wanted a lot of money for the power walls. I told them, like, I don't want the Tesla power walls. I want this other brand or whatever, right? They were charging a lot of money for that. And if I go online nowadays and I want to buy a 10,000, a 15,000 kilowatt hour battery or two, like, the price for those are insanely less than the price that he was quoting me for a battery install. I feel like if I went back and did that conversation, I would specifically be like, okay, so here's your $20,000 battery, and here is the $3,000 battery with the same equivalent, same materials. Can you install it? And they'll be like, yeah, or no. What's up, Darcy? Went solar 2 years ago? That's awesome. I'm jelly. Okay, real question then. Is it generating you enough power from someone who wants solar? I'm not asking this from like a skeptic's perspective. Is it actually generating you enough electricity to offset the cost of financing? Or did you pay for it outright? I don't know. I'm not in the Nether, that is correct. You know, there are some serious clues hinting that I'm not in the Nether, but until I had confirmed that, I guess you may not have known. Boom, 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 boom. Also, I just have a thing with debt. I don't like debt, like, period. The only debt I have is my mortgage, and I don't like my mortgage. So, like, I really don't, the thought of financing solar, I don't like. We got a solar loan, even with the financing, it was worth it. Like, your electric bill went down more than the cost of your solar loan, like in real life numbers. Like, that's great. Because, like, there's conceptual numbers, and then there's what your bill actually ends up being, right? Heck yeah. Did you really ask that has to be rage bait? Ask what? That the solar is actually offsetting the price? Absolutely not rage bait, no. That's, that is a genuine concern. Especially, chat, did you see the Captain Sparkles video that came out in the last week? Captain Sparkles is, roommate, we'll call her, Kara, because that's what he calls her. Her mother died, and she had recently gotten solar put on the house, but she leased the solar. She did a 25-year lease for $480 a month, and it generates $205 worth of power a month. Or $250 worth of power a month. And, like, because her mom had, I believe, dementia, maybe. I don't want to misspeak. I don't want to misspeak on that. But they were like, yeah, like that might be our only out, is that they might not be. She signed a contract while she was not in her right mind. Otherwise, we're stuck paying for this solar lease and we can't even sell the house. And it was just like, oh my God. People just absolutely upside down on it because they either don't know better or they're they got taken advantage of. My parents asked me a couple months ago about a really good deal on solar. Someone offered to give them a quote, and then they came back to them and like gave them a quote that sounded, really good, but it was a lease, and I was like, don't lease that. Which they can do is, I feel like I don't know enough about that, Gryson, but I don't feel like you can pick and choose what like debt you inherit from somebody when they die. Like if you're saying I am taking their estate and I am inheriting their estate, I don't think you can say like I don't want to inherit this loan, but I want to inherit this house. Like I feel like there's something along those lines at play, especially because like it's physically installed on the home kind of deal. They can't sell the house until it's on there. I don't know. I'm sure every single internet lawyer is in the comments of that video correcting Captain Sparkles on this very real legal issue that they have found themselves in. But it's not my place. Yeah, the creditor absolutely would be going after the estate. Because the estate has the solar panels and the house the solar panels are installed on. And the termination clause was like well in like over 6 figures for the termination clause of that contract. Yeah. We're digging a hole, my friend. Yeah, stuff gets weird. Stuff gets weird. Of course the hole's in progress. I mean, unless it's done. And let me check. Not done. Not done. I have quite a few quality of life and performance mods, but nothing that changes any gameplay mechanics. You can check out the Colonel mod pack on CurseForge or linked in the bio, descriptions, etc. if you want to see everything I'm running. I like to think my parents wouldn't get themselves into a situation with a solar lease or something ridiculous financial that I wouldn't have to figure out when they die. But I don't know. I don't know. They make some choices, like the fact that they're driving a Porsche with premium gas and a lifted diesel truck with these gas prices. I don't know. They make some choices sometimes. You never know. Oh my goodness, look at that progress. It's deceiving though, because we still have this block right here that we need to get rid of that you can't tell is there. But this line, I'm pretty sure we'll get rid of this before the end of stream, and then probably this will be what we have to get after today's stream. But it is the halfway mark of stream, and I need to go take a quick break, refill my water, use the bathroom, all that kind of stuff, chat. So make sure you drop a follow on whatever platform you're watching on. We're going to head over to the gold farm for a few minutes while I do all that stuff. How can you become a millionaire? Well, step one, be born by a set of billionaires. Oh, you didn't do that? Sorry, you're SOL. All right. Turn this down. All right, and chest plate on for funsies, and we're going to start smacking them. All right, gold farm is running, chat. I'm gonna take a quick break, like I said. BRB.
Colonel is going on a break. If you are new here, consider dropping a follow or subscribing. He will return shortly. There is a mini game playing in the purple chat. If you want to join, you can find a link to all his socials in the bio/description, etc. Otherwise, get up and stretch, get a drink, and leave a like on the stream.
Massive.
All right, chat, I'm back. Let's get back to digging this hole. All right. I don't know if Purple's still there, but Purple, I just sent you a link to the compressor I was talking about that I have. Oof. Whoa, where did these guys come from? Did they willfully jump off the roof? Oh my goodness. How do you become a millionaire without being born into it? If I knew that answer. I would be a millionaire. Mrs. Ken suggests joining a cult. I don't know if that's the right move. All right. All right. Buy Bitcoin 15 years ago. Bro, I know. Oh, man, I know. I was set up. I was mining Bitcoin in like 2013 when I mined using a laptop processor in the course of a month. I mined 0.03 Bitcoin, and then I was like, oh man, this is worth like $20. It's not worth my time to keep doing this. 0.03 Bitcoin nowadays is like a couple grand, right? If I had, you know, actually just got into it more, oh man, I I was set up. I was set up so close to being able to doing it, but like my parents were extremely against it, and I was obviously using their power and stuff like that. And it just whatever. It's just whatever, man. Implications of AI. I mean, there's AI is mediocre at best and has a lot of downsides. And that's where I'm at with it. Getting a big storm. Well, your name's Reeferman. I'm sure you know exactly what to do to pass the time if the power goes out. Yeah. Be right there with you. Doing that now? Heck yeah, dude. Still haven't called 811? No, dude. It's not about the build. It's about the destruction. We are digging a hole. Man, the biggest word you guys have found is uncle. Interesting. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Hey, wait, Grayson, you said Hermitcraft is using Voxy on the Hermitcraft server, right? Someone told me that. Did they say specifically which Voxy server-side mod or plugin they're using? Oh, they're on Fabric, you're right. So, yeah, I have to find one that works as a paper plugin. Because the one I put in a plugin that is supposed to let Voxy work as a server-side thing. But when I logged into the Colonel Kingdom SMP for 5 minutes, it showed that the plugin was loaded, but when I did the diagnostic command or the status command or whatever like that, it said there was no Voxy clients available or something like that. So I don't know why it wasn't working. Yeah, I could move it to Fabric. All I wanted to do today was to just throw in a Voxy plugin. And then I was like, if I'm gonna throw in a Voxy plugin, I might as well update all the plugins. And then I was like, well, if I'm updating all the plugins, most of those updates are gonna be required for 26.1.2, so I might as well just update the whole server. And then that's what I did. So take a look when you can and see if you can figure out what mods will replace relevant plugins. Yeah. Does Core Protect have a Fabric version? That would be really convenient. If not, we have to find a Fabric equivalent to Core Protect. That's been the problem, really. We're at negative no right now. Yeah, if you find time, send me the list that you come up with, or if I find time eventually, we can make it happen. You know, the other big one that's important, Gryson, is the Discord role sync. I don't know if there is a Fabric equivalent to that we use for the whitelist. Oh, okay. Ledger. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, come up with a list when you have time, and if there's multiple options, write them all down in your list. Be like, we could replace it with this, this, and that, or we could replace it with that, that, and this. And then we find whichever is our best suite of options. I don't know. We'll make it work. Oh, game over. GG slime on words. I have absolutely no idea how long it's going to take us to finish this hole. And, I have no intention on estimating. Because the hole is going to take as long as the hole is going to take. Peace out. Hey, yo. No thanks. We don't do religious talk, especially not hateful religious talk in my chats. Yeah, so apparently that was a feature, not a bug. Yeah, apparently that was a feature, not a bug. So they did that for an event or something like that, and it was just horrible. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I'm excited for the Chaos Cubed update. I myself am a pink slime, so I'm excited for any slime-based updates. Stoked. What's up? Yeah, today's been fine. It had something to do with the heart me thing that was going on yesterday. So we were right. Whoever in chat was suggesting it had to do with that event. I still don't know the exact rules of what parts of that event triggered the sound to happen, but it was because of the Heart Me event that it was doing the sound and the blur, and it was just absolutely horrible. And I frankly hated every second of it. It made me really, really not want to stream on TikTok. We are digging a hole, my friend. This hole is for digging. I think we're doing a pretty great job. Oh, man. Am I getting tired tonight, though? Yeah, people come in here to just ruin the vibes, though. Whenever I have to go out of my way to ban someone for any kind of hateful thing or whatever, it just kind of throws off the vibes for a minute. Oh. Oh, inventory's full. No, this is as fast as you can possibly mine Deep Slate. Efficiency 5, netherite beacon with haste 2. I wish we could insta-mine it, but we can't. Not yet. Oh, it's not haters for me. It was just coming in here bashing on a random religion for no reason. But it just hurts the vibes in general, you know? And absolutely, I just laugh at the haters. Yesterday, we had someone in here who really didn't like me. I just kind of... I mean, Jack, you can't say anything that's going to hurt my feelings more than the real problems I have going on in my own head with myself, right? Someone in chat comes in here and says something mean about my hair. I'm like, oh, bro, my hair is the least thing I'm worried about right now. I got real problems to deal with. Yeah, I got a couple maces. Goodness gracious. To dig a hole, you have to dig a hole, chat. Oh yeah, I do too. I do too. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, oh me, oh my. To dig a hole, you have to dig a hole. If I don't dig the hole, then I'm not digging a hole. So I gotta dig the hole. To dig the hole. You dig? Mm-hmm. Bum 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 bum. Some gravel out of here. I wonder how much gravel I've actually got. I have 2 maces, one of each kind that you can make fully maxed out. Ah, yeah, well, I mean, he's creeping. What do you expect from him? Oh no, I don't consent to any hugs. Just stay away. Oh! Hey! I said I don't consent to any hugs! Chat, consent matters. That slime got what he had coming to him. He hugged me without my consent, so he got chopped up into little bitty pieces. Deserved. Preach, dude. Chat, if you are new here, consider dropping a follow or subscribing on whatever platform you're watching on. I'm live 6 nights a week, most of which are in this hardcore Minecraft world, digging a hole. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, hey, hey. Consent is no laughing matter. Oh, I usually come from that door. This is Java. I usually come from that door. I play hardcore single player on Java. The country? I've never been. Pyramids look cool though. I wouldn't mind visiting one day. Maybe I'll take my kids there for a history lesson. Oh, I've killed a few. I think I've killed at least 4 in this world. My kids get to the pyramid chapter of their history books, and we'll just go fly to Egypt, you know. You know, you girls want to learn about the pyramids? Well, we could read this book, or hear me out. We go on vacation. We go on a little field trip. Yes, I've tried Bedrock. I prefer Java. Nothing wrong if you like playing on Bedrock, but this is just where I play. Yeah, I absolutely want to do that for my kids. That is 100% how I want. There's 100% opportunities I want to be able to give to my kids. Like if they ever like are really interested in something, it's like, yeah, we'll go travel somewhere and let you see it in person. I don't think I would like plan like, okay, when they learn about the pyramids, we'll go to Egypt and see the pyramids. But I would be like, okay, we've learned about the pyramids, and oh my goodness, my oldest is like obsessed and like really wants to learn about them and like really liked that. Then hell yeah, let's go see the pyramids. You know? I don't judge countries like that, man. If we're gonna judge countries like about like, oh, how dirty they are or whatever, man, country I live in ain't that great either, you know. Like it's not the right question to be asking, you know. That space trip. Okay, my daughter very much wants to be an astronaut after watching Artemis. I made them watch Artemis, and I talked their ears off in excruciating detail. I've traveled all over the place, and I don't like to give in to stigmas on countries or think certain ways about them. especially if I've not traveled there yet. But so like, I just, it's not even just. It's just not how I treat traveling. And who knows? Maybe one day I will, maybe one day I won't. But for now, we're gonna dig a hole, chat. Oh. I'm just now thinking about the only commercially available space flight that you can do is in a phallic rocket. So if my kids were really interested in wanting to go on that space field trip and I had the means to pull it off, we'd all have to load up into a questionably shaped rocket. And then we'd all get clowned on like Katy Perry. Man, I have two opinions on that. First of all, not all Americans. Second of all, it's usually the Americans that don't travel out of the country. America is a big enough place that you can go on vacations across the country that to someone in Europe, it feels like you are doing the equivalent of going to different countries, right? America is so big, it is like the size of Europe, and our states are the size of European countries. So that's where that kind of disconnect comes in. And some Americans don't feel like it's worth getting a passport to travel internationally, or you know, whatever the cost prohibitiveness of a flight versus a 14-hour car trip or whatever, right? And there's merit to that. But personally, I don't feel like I'm on vacation unless I can't understand people. Like if I go on a trip in America, it does not feel like I'm on vacation, because when I sit on the balcony and I hear the other tourists, if I can understand what they're saying, I'm not on vacation. They can understand what I'm saying. I'm not on vacation. You know, like that's how I feel about travel. Like the fact that we have not traveled internationally with my kids since they've been born is 100,000% against the way that I want to raise my kids. It's just COVID and my financial state have made it hard since we had kids. But yeah. Supposed to go sleep hours ago? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should have went to bed hours ago. To dig a hole, you have to dig a hole. And if I don't dig the hole, then I'm not digging the hole. But where was I going? Oh yeah. So from when I turned 18 until COVID, which is an undisclosed amount of years, but in that time, I left the country in some shape or in one form or another every single year. I made sure to go on a vacation where I got the heck out of America at least once a year, be it a weekend trip to Canada or international flights to across the Atlantic, down in the Gulf of Mexico, anywhere like that, you know, just like I always leaving the country once a year. And I fully intended on keeping that up with having kids. And then I just happened to have my first kid the year COVID came out. And well, plans changed. Of course, we're still digging a hole. Gotta be up at 4. I thought you said you were making your friend a bologna sandwich. I was like, what kind of friend do you have that has you making bologna sandwiches at 4 a.m.? That's how I interpreted that message. To dig a hole, you have to dig a hole. If I don't dig the hole, then I'm not digging the hole. We are mining an absolutely massive hole. Indeed. Well, we're on negative no right now. And we have to get down to bedrock at negative 59. Surprisingly, Mr. Ken is still sleeping. Well, I would be sleeping too. I have no estimate on when this hole will be done. It's an absolutely massive hole, and if I do try to estimate how long it'll take, all that will do is lead to disappointment. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm here to dig the hole until the hole is done being dug. Deal? Better take the deal. There's no other option. It's either that or you scroll away, but we all know you don't want to do that. We all know that you actually want to drop a follow, chat, or subscribe on whatever platform you're watching on. Because I'm live 6 nights a week. Most of that is live in this hardcore world, digging a hole. Hey man, don't project your feelings onto me. I'm digging a hole. I'm having a great time. Boom, 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 boom. There's not hundreds of layers down. Oh, quit bumping me. Quit it. Quit it. Boom, 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 boom. It's a creeper mini fridge. You can get it at Wally World. They're cool. I'll be honest, they're not great mini fridges. They look nice, but it uses a tech. I forget what it's called. Tech is short for like what it's called. I'm not saying tech is in technology. Instead of using a normal heat pump, so they're more expensive to run by a lot than a normal mini fridge, and like it's pretty small, but like it looks cool. I don't use it for its cooling ability. I use it for its cool factor, which is two different cools. Boom, boom, boom. The hole is the goal. Well, it's definitely not a mega fridge, you know. Boom, 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 boom. I don't think they're that expensive. I think they're like $100. You want it for the cool factor, not the cooling factor. All right, all right. Right now, this is the current project, so this is where we spend all the time in the hardcore world. I mean, until we end the stream, we'll fly back to the base and take all our boxes back with us. We are on negative no now. You have a Minecraft light? I got a Minecraft light. And a Minecraft light. And a Minecraft light. And a Minecraft light. I got a few Minecraft lights. I love Minecraft lights. I actually have another Minecraft light in a box that I got for Christmas that I haven't opened up yet. My family knows I like Minecraft. I appreciate it. Not last year, the year before last, they actually got me a few Minecraft Lego sets. Those are cool. I still have one more Lego set that I bought that I haven't built yet, and it's the crafting table one. I think Magic got me it for Christmas or my birthday or something, and I haven't had time to put it together, but I really should do that. But now that it's summertime, oh, sorry. Now that it's summertime, you know, I'm spending my weekends outdoors and working on the yard and fixing things and adulting. In the winter, though, I did like 3 or 4 Lego sets. It was good. It's good. A redstone torch lighting up a redstone light. Oh, the lamp one. Yeah, I've seen that. I have this one's a beehive one. The rhythm's easy. What rhythm? Am I supposed to know what NDS stands for? The summertime song rhythm? Is that what we're talking about? I get lost in my own brain. I don't know. Summertime and the rhythm's easy. Yeah. Is that a Shaggy song? Not Scooby-Doo Shaggy, but Mr. Boombastic Shaggy. In the summertime when the weather is bright, you can touch the sky when the weather is right. Something like that. That's what can't really remember all the words. Is that a name I should know? You're thinking of a Sublime song? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking of the one by Shaggy. Yeah. Yeah, there's multiple songs about summertime. Who would have thought? Who would have thunked, chat, that at least 3 separate people were inspired to write a song about summer, the most boring time of the year. Like, oh my god. Who would have thunked it, you know? This guy keeps dying in chat. It's crazy. He's definitely not playing in a hardcore world, chat. We should ban him for not playing hardcore. He's died multiple times. How are we looking on? Yeah, we don't have a lot to go here. Got an hour left to stream too. You know what? The 9 to 10 went really quick. 10 to 11 went real slow, but 11 to midnight went real quick again. It's weird how time is like wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. And I don't even have a TARDIS, dude. You know, I've still never seen... I almost said The Who. I've still never seen Doctor... I haven't seen The Who either. But I haven't seen any Doctor Who episodes in full, ever. But, like, I see a lot of Doctor Who stuff on my algorithm, on my For You pages, and it's real good. Well, the hole must be dug. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Appreciate the follows. Chat, if you're new here, consider dropping a follow on whatever platform you're watching on. I'm live 6 nights a week, most of which is in this hardcore Minecraft world, digging a hole. This hole. The one we're currently in. The one we're digging. At the moment, right now. Can you dig it? No. Because this is single player. Only I can dig it. We started digging this hole in January. This is my 61st stream digging this hole so far. Almost to a stack, chat. We're almost to a stack of streams digging this hole. Deep Slate has really slowed us down. We were absolutely zooming before we hit Deep Slate. But we're here to dig the hole regardless, so. Someone's got to do it. You have credits for play testing the old, I don't know what that is. Doctor Who RPG? Heck yeah, dude. Yes, this is gonna go to bedrock, but it is a bowl-shaped hole. You can see here that it's curving inwards. So by the time we get to the bottom by the time we get to bedrock, the hole is gonna shrink from like the layers being this big to like the layers being this big, and we're only gonna expose a very little bit of deep slate. So, or very little bit of bedrock, hopefully. And that'll save us a lot of time as the layers start getting aggressively smaller. The hole must be dug. Help you find a Roku remote. Like, did you check between the cushions of your couch? It's about the best advice I got. What the hell? I swear to God, if you say, there it is! Oh, no. Check your pockets. I choose walks. Under your pillow. You know what you should do? If not losing your remote is that important to you, I have a solution. I have a solution. Okay? Hear me out. You grab the remote in your hand and then grab some duct tape. You just keep going. Just don't stop until there's no more duct tape on the roll. And well, unless you actively try, you won't lose that remote ever again. Check out top of the fridge. That's actually where we keep the remotes for our like lights. If we have like a light that plugs into the wall that like either is RGB and comes with a little RGB remote kind of deal, or it comes with a like you know, you're able to make the lights blink or whatever like that. We always put those remotes on top of our fridge. How did you know? How did you know? Wait, what am I doing? I meant to sleep. Battletech and Mech Warrior later become whiz kids. I'm not familiar with any of that after next. Sorry about that. Excuse you. Okay, we just got a little bit area to get right there. The duct tape worked. Heck yeah. 10 out of 10 wood tape again. Oh man, it's a heck of a height difference there. Jeez, Mrs. Ken. I don't have that problem. You know, I never once, I just realized, never once has Magic ever asked me to reach for something. Meanwhile, I imagine it's a common occurrence in your relationship. He makes a good ladder. Yeah. Yeah, Chad, if you didn't know, Magic's actually taller than me. She's at least 7'20". I know what an RPG is. Rocket propelled grenade. Duh. It was the other games and studios you were talking about that I have no idea what they are. The hole must be dug. This is the way. Ooh, chat. I need to start incorporating that back into my vocabulary. Vocabulary? Oh god. I have other problems with my vocabulary. I'm on the big screen now. Heck yeah. Big screen, like movie theater big screen. Where my face cam is real life size. Oh damn. Goodness, chap. How is this deep Slate? So slow. Well, is the deep Slate slow? Or is the pickaxe slow? Because I know the pickaxe is fast. Just not on the deep Slate. But the deep Slate's not doing anything. So how can it be slow? You know? You put my stream on the TV during a streamathon, it's like the Super Bowl. I mean, a lot of people would watch live streams on TVs, like, as their primary way of watching streams. Magic watches live streams on our TV all day, every day, seemingly. That's deep Slate. Did you see my stream title this week, chat? Dig deep, dig Slate. Yeah. I thought that was a good title. Goodness, why do I keep yawning? What's up? Well, I need to blow my nose, chap.
Colonel is going on a break. If you are new here, consider dropping a follow or subscribing, he will return shortly. There is a mini game playing in the purple chat. If you want to join, you can find a link to all his socials in the bio/description etc. Otherwise, get up and stretch, get a drink, and leave a like on the stream.
I'm back. Colonel Bob was still talking. Acknowledging Doug. Who's Doug? The hoe? Oh my gosh. I still don't know what or if I'm doing about the streamathon this year, by the way. I don't know, because I don't see myself having any PTO to, like, take a week off to do the streamathon. In which case, like, I don't know, I might try doing, like, a weekend-a-thon or something. Yeah, this is the Colonel and Doug stream. I'm Colonel, so the whole must be Doug. Yeah, that's still true. That's still true. The home? The hole? I have no idea. Genuinely, I have not. There's too many factors to determine how long this hole is going to take to dig, and all I know is if I do try and estimate it, that's just going to lead to disappointment. You got a date for your bankruptcy to finish? Nice, dude. All right, just this much to do. I want to get this much done for sure, and then I'll be super happy. Super duper happy. Yep. To dig a hole, you have to dig a hole. Nah, we don't need any disappointment. So it's best to just keep digging. Oh, my hip. June 8th, when you return from vacation, you're moving? Heck yeah, dude. It's great news. I want. I don't know. I don't know what I want, chat. I think I want to move. Which is why we had this whole solar conversation. Walk away with some money. That'd be nice. When I sold my last house, I walked away with quite a bit of money. I had my first house was a bit of a fixer-upper, and I fixed her up. So I sold my first house for very close to double what I had originally paid for it. Which was amazing. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. 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 It's all being spent immediately, but it's nice for a second. Yeah. Yeah, we spent we moved into this house while still owning the other house. Like it was listed on, we didn't list it for sale until we moved out, right? So there was a while I had 2 payments, and we spent basically everything from our savings accounts on purchasing and fixing up this house to move and moving into this house. And then we sold the other house and effectively just like put all that money back into savings. And we were at the same point effectively. Well, we actually had more in the bank after selling the other house, but there was a while where it basically went like have savings and cheap house payment, no savings and 2 house payments, and have savings and big house payment. And that's just how it went down. And it was just like, okay. It was like, it worked out in the end. There was a couple months it was real tight, you know? Bro, how you gonna ask if I get bored of having a good time, dude? I'm digging a hole. What more could I want? But it's absolutely crazy what they'll finance you for these days. They approved me when I was making less than what I'm making now, by the way, because raises happen, right? They approved me to buy a second home that was much higher value than my first home without selling the first home first, which was just absolutely crazy. And I can't believe it worked. I can't believe they approved me for it. I can't believe it all actually worked out in my favor. But because there was several months of multiple of having 2 mortgage payments. It's just absolutely crazy. Cash sale for quick, you're cutting your profit a bit, but at least you can walk away with cash and just move on. Oh, you're doing one of those, like, I see those signs on the I see those flyers posted to every sign pole that'll allow it, that just says we buy houses fast for cash or whatever kind of deal. I feel that. Thank you for the gifts, my dudes. Absolutely massive. I appreciate that. All I have, my only recommendation, Mrs. Ken, is don't go on Zillow and look at your house's listing in 6 months after you do that. Just don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. I appreciate those gifts. You can buy a house, but your rent is so low you don't want to move. I feel that. And, you know, renting is good in some ways. A lot less maintenance. Did you at least haggle with them a little bit on the price? Netherrack. It's not even close. I imagine by the end of this hole, though, Deep Slate's going to be in 3rd place. I'm really hoping for it. I mean, there's no way it doesn't. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of landlords that are good at being landlords. There's a lot of landlords that are not good at being landlords, and well. Well, good luck, Mrs. Ken. Oh yeah, definitely a crazy name. Big money's involved. It never goes smooth, Mrs. Ken. Don't get your hopes up. People giving or taking large sums of money never goes smoothly. Where did I download my Minecraft? From Minecraft, bro. You go to Minecraft.net and you pay $30 and then you enjoy it for 15 years of free updates. You're welcome. I did. Oh, goodness, chat. We're ready to play bingo in about 5 minutes. If you're not familiar, chat, we play a mini game at the end of stream, every stream, where the winner gets to put a block on the massive monument. So if you want a chance to leave your mark in the hardcore world, come on over to the purple chat. You guys have about 5 minutes till we start handing out bingo cards so that we can get wrapped up for the night. Boom, 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 boom. My brain's fried for the night, chap. I'm just coasting now. I'm tired. How about you? Still not going to bed after stream. I'm still gonna watch that episode of anime, and I'm still gonna have a drink, and then who knows? Who knows what else? Yeah, exactly. Work is draining no matter what you do, champ. Physically or mentally draining, work is just meant to extract as much productivity out of you as possible, and it just drains you. Trying to follow, but it isn't letting you. That's interesting. That's interesting. Have you tried clicking the follow button? I hear that helps. Oh, I just pinned your message. I did not mean to. Unpin. I went to click on your name. Wonder who has the easiest job and who has the hardest. Well, I can tell you for sure that the only answer is people with the easy jobs are the people that make the money. They're the people whose title starts with a C. They're the ones with an easy job. Every other job after that, it doesn't matter the differences in difficulty. We are all fighting to get little slices of pie, increments of money from the people with the easy C-level jobs. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. And it's like, yeah, okay, maybe physically like hammering nails all day is harder than an email job. But frankly, that doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. And you should be compensated accordingly. But the differences in those levels are these differences. But the differences in C-level jobs, yeah, it's on a whole nother playing field. You know? Boom, boom, boom. Oh. Yeah, exactly. I think your numbers might be a little bit exaggerated, but you're on the right path. Oh, I'm glad that you were able to. The purple site blocking people from following me now? What is this? Oh, time to start bingo, chat. If you're not familiar, you can come over to the purple site. We play a mini game at the end of every stream, where the winner gets to put a block on the massive monument. So if you want a chance to leave your mark in the hardcore world, come on over to the purple site, claim your bingo card. You have about 9 minutes now to get your bingo card, and until we start calling numbers. All right? All you got to do is come to the purple site. Link is in the bio, panels, descriptions, etc. Once you're at the purple site, hover your mouse over the screen or look at the top corner of your mobile chat, and you'll find a red bingo icon. Click that, get yourself a bingo card, and wait for bingo to start. Oh man, oh me, oh my. Interesting little floaty bit out here, chat. Do I break these blocks beneath my feet? Help out the next layer a little bit? Yeah, sure, why not? There, they're gone. Don't gotta worry about that. All right. This is hardcore single player. Hey, we finished that little bit. Heck yeah. Oh, and my inventory is nearly full. So let's go empty out my inventory. And now let's take a look. There's our real progress for the day, Chad. Look at that. We've done a lot because we started here, dude. We started like here. Bro, we are cooking, dude. Because the next stream... Oh man, next stream's another 4 hours on Thursday, and then 3 hours on Friday. Multiplayer is coming to Java. Multiplayer is not coming to Java. Multiplayer has been on Java for 17 years now. Minecraft did just turned 17 years old. Peer-to-peer is coming. which that's cool. Having a friends list is kind of cool. Not my vibe. But yes, this is hardcore single player. We are digging a hole, my friends. Boom, boom. Yeah, I personally don't see that changing anything for how I play the game. If I want to play with people, I guarantee 99% of the time I will still be joining a server to play with people. Peer-to-peer is cool, but I've had trouble with just opening to LAN before. Whereas if Magic and I do several sessions in the same world opening to LAN, sometimes she logs in and it's just reset her entire inventory. And it's just like, oof. No, I've never been to Minecon or VidCon for that matter, but I've always said if Minecon returned, I would move mountains to get there, to do everything in my power to get back, to get there. And I'm actually really disappointed the fact that TwitchCon this year in Rotterdam, or this month actually, it's like in a week and a half now, is seeming like it is going to be the closest thing to Minecon we've had since Minecon ended, because they're doing a Minecraft live, they're doing an in-person cape, they're doing Minecraft in-person like games slash like booths and stuff like that. And I am devastated that a flight to Rotterdam, Netherlands is not in the budget for me. Oh man. I know, I fully understand what Mojang is adding to the game with this next series of snapshots and the friends list. I 100% fully understand. It changes nothing for me. I do not intend on creating a single player world and inviting people into it. I will play on a server. Nah, dude. How you gonna ask me if I'm getting bored of digging a hole, man? We're digging a hole. What more could I want? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom. All right. Oof. Whoa, oh, I put my hand in the wrong spot on the keyboard. I was like, what's happening? And I walked forward only because my index finger ended up on the W. I was like, this is not right. So you get a cape for being there? Yes. Chad, if anybody lives in the EU and wants a free ticket to Minecon or to TwitchCon, I will buy you that Twitch ticket or that TwitchCon ticket if you give me the cape. If you give me the redemption code for the cape. Absolutely. I won't pay for your ticket to fly there, or else I'd just fly there myself, but I would absolutely do that. This is hardcore single player. Chat, 2 more minutes to get your bingo cards in. If you haven't got your bingo cards yet, make sure you do if you're on the purple site. I play hardcore single player. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. What's up? That ravine, we're past like all the caves now, aren't we? Well, we still got this one. You're right. We still got this one cave, but we're past like 2 of the 3 big caves of this layer, and then it really starts slowing down. Not enough. But chat, if you're new here, consider dropping a follow on whatever platform you're watching on. Maybe one day I can do this full time. Oh. Love the Q&A sessions at Minecon. Did you go to a Minecon? Or did you like watch a live stream of the Minecons? You watched the clips? Okay. Yeah. I would give anything to go to a Minecon. Well, not anything, but you get the saying. What's up? I play hardcore single player, my man. Oh, chat, it's time to start bingo. Let's go, my dudes. All right, bingo is live. If you have a bingo card, you just got to watch it. The numbers are being called automatically in the background. You just got to be the first person to get 5 in a row on your card. And you got to be the first person to click the bingo button once you do. All right? So just watch out for that. And you'll get a bingo in no time. All right, let's grab our boxes, and then we can work our way back to the base. You're the one who keeps asking the same question over and over, my dude. Like, I don't know. You've been here long enough to hear me answer that a few times, all because you asked it over and over again. Oh, I do have a world tour video on my channel. The 15,000 day world tour is the latest one. But chat, look at the progress on the hole. We basically took it from about here to right before this hole, all the way to there. You know, have another good 2 sessions, and we'll be wrapping this up on Saturday for sure. There ain't no way it's gonna be done on Friday. We're just not that lucky. But let's get back to the base, my dudes. All right. It's the giant mushrooms, chat. Voxy's giving us some giant mushrooms. Oh, I love it. It looks hilarious in the nether with these super, super long render distances. What's up with those chunks way out there, though? North of us. Wait, why is there chunks way, way out there that aren't... Oh, there is random blocks of chunks out there. Interesting. Did I go through like a nether portal into that part of the nether? That's really interesting. Oh yeah, look at this. There's some nether chunks there that have never been generated. That's sick. Just never flown that way. Oh man, I love Voxy with this incredibly high render distance, man. Oh wow. You can see my entire nether tunnel system. All the beacons, and it makes it seem so small. This world is over 19,000 days. Preach, dude. Wow, no one's won bingo yet. You guys are up to 30 numbers now. Heck yeah. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, Chad, if you want to see my 15,000 day world tour, I recommend checking out that video if you want to see more of my world and what all we got going on. Let's get these boxes back into the storage room, and then hopefully someone will win bingo here in the next couple seconds. All right. You're hoping for an 066, huh? We always play a mini game in the purple chat at the end of stream, every stream. We're playing bingo right now. So if you want a chance to put a block in the massive monument in my hardcore world, make sure you drop a follow on the purple site and join us over here at the end of streams. We just got an error, but Poggers won. Did it win? There you go. It gave an error when you won, but Poggers has won bingo today. Have you ever won before, or is this your first victory, my dude? Let me pull up the reservation sheet to see what blocks we got. I don't know. First W, okay. All right, so let's roll you a new block. You just got yourself cherry planks. Heck yeah, dude. Let me grab your name and put you in the sheet that you now have cherry planks for today and forever, for this win and for all others in the future. So if you continue playing with us, you'll get more of them on the monument. Today there is 0 cherry planks on the monument. This is your first, and it's obviously never won before. So the stream number is 1123. Heck yeah. All right, let's go grab you your cherry planks, my dude. Huge block. It is, yeah. There's a lot of cherry blocks available in the random draw right now because all the letters or all the blocks through C alphabetically are in there. All right, cherry planks, bro. I am a pink slime, so cherry blocks are kind of stand over here for good reason. Chat, this is the massive monument that goes from bedrock to build limit, from bedrock to build limit, from bedrock to right about there for the third tower. We are going to go put Poggers for Joshers' block here. There it is. GG Poggers on your dub with your first ever victory, your first ever block on the massive monument. GG. What are we up to, by the way? 237. 237. We're getting up there, close to build limit. Do we have any diamonds to burn today, chat? Can we get an exclamation mark partner plus in the purple chat? To learn how to get diamonds burnt in your honor. We do have at least one diamond to burn, so let's head over to the diamond yeeting shrine. Chat, if you're not familiar, this is a shrine where we burn diamonds for qualifying subscribers. It is a lava lake in the shape of a diamond made out of diamonds where we burn diamonds. So let's see how many diamonds we have to burn today. We had a tier 1 and a tier 1. And we had some primes, but only 2 qualifying subs today on stream 1123. All right, so let's burn 2 diamonds, chat. All right, first diamond goes to Sunshine9915 for a tier 1 sub for 10 months. GG, dude. And the second diamond goes to Libertaylor with a tier 1 sub for 36 months. Bam. Abso-flippin' massive. I appreciate you guys with those diamond burns. Heck yeah, dudes. Now let's wrap up for the night. My island is so tiny with this render distance. Yeah, just a little bit, you know. Darcy, it's such a high render distance. We can see that is a 1.18 mountain there. Those are chunks that are like, that did not exist until I explored south past 10,000 blocks is absolutely crazy with this render distance. Absolutely crazy. And I only have the render distance at a quarter of what I could crank it up to. But I feel like it's enough at 512 chunks. But yeah, that is going to be it for the day, my dudes. Good progress on the whole today. Actually, really good progress. I feel like the caves really helped us, making it feel like we're making really good progress on this layer. And I'm really glad for that. So by the time the big caves are gone, hopefully the layers will have shrunk enough that they will continue to feel fast. Heck yeah, chat. Let's see who's live with some hardcore vibes to send over a raid to tonight. Who have I not raided in a few flippin' minutes? Dude, there's some hardcore homies that I haven't seen live in so long. I'm really running out of hardcore homies to send raids to. Hey, here's a new hardcore homie in my recommendeds. We'll send it over there tonight. Let's see. Can I start up this raid? Yeah, we're going to send a raid over to Kaizo Bob. Hopefully some of you guys know of them. They're streaming hardcore Minecraft. This is my first time going to be in their channel, so I'm hoping they have you guys all put this raid message in the chat to let them know that it's time to slime. If you're not a subscriber, just copy the text and put it in this chat to let them know you're there and you want to have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for the awesome stream today, my dudes. Thank you for the subs, helping me burn some diamonds, and the prime subs. Thank you for the follows across all the platforms and the channel point redemptions. Thank you guys for the stream streaks and the gifts over on TikTok. Thank you for everybody being here across all the platforms. I'll be live again tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern with Magic, and we'll be playing Liminal Industries, the Backrooms mod pack in Minecraft. Until then, have a great night. Peace out, my dudes. Make sure you drop a follow before the stream ends.